Achieving a 9-band score in the IELTS reading section requires not only high reading speed but also excellent comprehension skills. Here's a detailed guide on how to improve both aspects systematically. 1. Developing a strong vocabulary. A robust vocabulary is essential for quick comprehension. Strategies. Read widely and regularly. Read a variety of texts, newspapers, academic journals, novels, etc., to expose yourself to different words and contexts. Use flashcards and apps. Tools like Anki or Quizlet can help reinforce new vocabulary. Contextual learning. When encountering new words, understand their meaning from the context rather than just memorizing definitions. Example exercise. Read an article on a topic of interest and underline new words. Look up their meanings and write sentences using these words. 2. Practice skimming and scanning techniques. These techniques help in locating information quickly. Skimming. Reading quickly to get the general idea. Practice by skimming newspaper articles, focusing on headings, subheadings, and the first and last sentences of paragraphs. Scanning. Looking for specific information or keywords. Practice by finding dates, names, or specific facts in texts. Example exercise. Take a newspaper article and skim to summarize the main points. Scan to find specific details such as names or dates. 3. Enhance reading comprehension skills. Understanding the main idea, supporting details, inferences, and author's tone is crucial. Strategies. Active reading. Engage with the text by asking questions, making predictions, and summarizing paragraphs. Inference practice. Work on deducing information that isn't explicitly stated. Summarization. Regularly practice summarizing paragraphs or entire texts. Example exercise. Read an academic passage and summarize each paragraph. Identify the main idea and supporting details. Answer questions that require inference. 4. Timed practice. Simulating exam conditions helps improve both speed and accuracy. Strategies. Set time limits. Start with longer time limits and gradually reduce them as you improve. Regular practice. Use IELTS practice tests and time each section. Example exercise. Take a full-length IELTS reading practice test under timed conditions. Analyze your performance to identify areas of improvement. 5. Understanding IELTS question types. Different question types require different strategies. Common question types. Multiple choice. Practice identifying key information and eliminating incorrect options. True/false/ not given. Learn to distinguish between information that is true, false, or not mentioned. Matching headings. Practice summarizing paragraphs to match with headings. Fill in the blanks. Focus on understanding the context to predict missing words. Example exercise. Take a practice test focusing on one question type at a time. For instance, do all the matching headings questions from various practice tests to understand the pattern. 6. Improving concentration and stamina. Reading for an extended period can be tiring. Building stamina is essential. Strategies. Regular reading sessions. Gradually increase the duration of your reading sessions. Healthy lifestyle. Ensure you get enough sleep, exercise, and maintain a healthy diet to keep your mind sharp. Example exercise. Set aside time each day for uninterrupted reading. Start with 20 minutes and increase by 10 minutes each week. 7. Analyzing and learning from mistakes. Reviewing your mistakes helps identify patterns and areas for improvement. Strategies. Error analysis. After each practice test, review incorrect answers to understand why you got them wrong. Keep an error log. Maintain a log of mistakes and review it regularly to avoid repeating them. Example exercise. After completing a practice test, categorize mistakes into types, for example, vocabulary, misreading, lack of detail. Focus on the most frequent categories in subsequent practice sessions. 8. Using authentic IELTS materials. Practice with real IELTS materials to familiarize yourself with the test format and level of difficulty. Resources. Cambridge IELTS books. These books contain past exam papers and are excellent for practice. British Council and IDP websites. They offer free practice tests and materials. Example exercise. Use a Cambridge IELTS book to practice one reading test each week. Simulate exam conditions and analyze your performance thoroughly. Achieving a 9-band score in the IELTS academic writing section requires mastering both Task 1, describing visual information, and Task 2, essay writing. Here's a comprehensive guide to improve your academic writing skills. Task 1, describing visual information. Understanding different types of visuals. Types of visuals. Graphs, line, bar, pie. Tables. Charts. Diagrams, process, cycle. Maps. Strategy. Learn the specific vocabulary and phrases for each type of visual. Practice identifying key trends, comparisons, and significant data points. Example, for a line graph showing population growth over a decade. Key vocabulary: increase, decrease, peak, fluctuation, trend. Description: the population increased steadily from 2000 to 2005, peaking at 80,000 in 2005 before experiencing a slight decline to 75,000 by 2010. Organizing your response. Structure. Introduction, paraphrase the question. Overview, summarize main trends or significant features. Details, describe specific data points or stages in more detail. Example. Introduction, the line graph illustrates the population growth in City X from 2000 to 2010. Overview, overall, the population showed a steady increase with a peak in 2005. Details, from 2000 to 2005, the population rose from 50,000 to 80,000. After 2005, the numbers declined slightly to 75,000 by 2010. Practicing different types of visuals. Regularly practice writing descriptions for various visuals. Example exercise, choose a different type of visual each day and write a full Task 1 response. Review model answers to compare and learn. Task 2, essay writing. Understanding essay types. Common types. Opinion, agree/disagree. Discussion, discuss both views. Problem solution. Advantages, disadvantages. Double question. Strategy. Learn the structure and language specific to each type. Practice developing clear and coherent arguments. Example, for an opinion essay on whether technology has improved education. Thesis statement, while technology has significantly enhanced education by providing access to vast resources and interactive learning, it also presents challenges such as distractions and unequal access. Structuring your essay. Structure. Introduction, paraphrase the question, state your position, Thesis. Body paragraphs. Paragraph 1, main point 1, with examples and evidence. Paragraph 2, main point 2, with examples and evidence. Optional paragraph 3, counter-argument, if applicable. Conclusion, summarize main points, restate your position. Example. Introduction. In today's digital age, technology has become integral to education. This essay will argue that despite some drawbacks, the benefits of technology in education are substantial. Body paragraph 1. One significant advantage of technology is access to information. Online resources provide students with a wealth of knowledge that was previously unavailable. Body paragraph 2. Another benefit is interactive learning. Tools such as educational software and virtual labs enhance student engagement and understanding. Counter-argument, however, technology can also be a distraction. Social media and games can divert students' attention from their studies. Conclusion. In conclusion, while technology presents some challenges, its positive impact on education is undeniable, providing both access to resources and innovative learning methods. Enhancing your writing skills. Developing complex sentences. Use a mix of simple, compound, and complex sentences. Practice using subordinating conjunctions, because, although, while, and relative clauses, which, that, who. Example, although technology can be distracting, it offers unparalleled resources that significantly enhance the learning experience, which is particularly beneficial for remote students. Improving coherence and cohesion. Use linking words and phrases, furthermore, in addition, however, therefore. Ensure logical flow between sentences and paragraphs. Example, in addition to providing vast resources, technology also fosters interactive learning. For instance, educational apps and virtual classrooms enable real-time collaboration, which enhances student engagement. Expanding vocabulary. Learn academic vocabulary and phrases. Practice paraphrasing to avoid repetition. Example, original, technology helps students learn better. Paraphrased, technological advancements facilitate more effective learning for students. Practicing writing regularly. Daily practice. Write essays on different topics. Time yourself to simulate exam conditions. Example exercise, choose a recent IELTS essay question and write a full response within 40 minutes. After writing, review and edit for clarity, coherence, and grammatical accuracy. Reviewing and learning from feedback. Get feedback from teachers or peers. Use feedback to identify weaknesses and improve. Example, if feedback indicates weak thesis statements, focus on writing clear, concise, and strong thesis statements in future essays. By systematically working on these areas and practicing regularly, you can enhance your academic writing skills and increase your chances of achieving a 9-band score in the IELTS exam. Achieving a 9-band score in the IELTS listening section requires not only excellent comprehension skills but also the ability to handle different accents, understand context, and capture details quickly. Here's a detailed guide on how to improve your listening skills. 1. Familiarize yourself with different accents. The IELTS listening section features various English accents, including British, American, Australian, and others. Strategies. Watch movies and TV shows. Regularly watch English movies and TV shows from different regions. Listen to podcasts and radio. Tune into podcasts, radio shows, and news channels that feature diverse accents. Example exercise: listen to a BBC News report, an American podcast, for example, NPR, and an Australian radio show. Note any differences in pronunciation, intonation, and vocabulary. 2. Develop general listening skills. Improve your overall ability to understand spoken English in different contexts. Strategies: active listening. Engage actively with the audio material by taking notes and summarizing what you hear. Shadowing. Repeat what the speaker says as closely as possible to improve your pronunciation and intonation. Example exercise: choose a TED Talk and listen to a segment. Pause after each sentence and try to repeat it exactly as the speaker says it. 3. Practice specific IELTS listening skills. Understanding the format. Section 1. A conversation between two people in a social context. Section 2. A monologue in a social context. Section 3. A conversation between up to 4 people in an educational or training context. Section 4. A monologue on an academic subject. Example exercise: listen to practice audio for each section type and answer corresponding questions. Focus on understanding the context and main ideas. 4. Enhance note-taking abilities. Efficient note-taking helps in capturing key details and information. Strategies: use abbreviations and symbols. Develop a system of shorthand to write quickly. Practice summarizing. Write brief summaries of what you hear instead of trying to capture everything verbatim. Example exercise: listen to a lecture and practice taking notes using abbreviations and symbols. Summarize the main points after listening. 5. Improve your ability to predict content. Being able to predict what will be discussed next can enhance comprehension. Strategies: pre-listening. Look at the questions before the audio starts. Predict the type of information you need to listen for. Identify keywords. Focus on keywords in the questions that are likely to be mentioned in the audio. Example exercise: before listening to an audio clip, read the questions and underline the keywords. Predict what kind of information, numbers, dates, names, etc., you need to listen for. 6. Focus on detail and specific information. Many IELTS listening questions require you to capture specific details such as numbers, dates, names, and places. Strategies: practice with numbers and dates. Get comfortable with different ways numbers and dates are spoken. Listen for paraphrasing. Be aware that the information in the questions may be paraphrased in the audio. Example exercise: listen to an audio clip that includes many numbers and dates. Write down all the numerical information you hear and check for accuracy. 7. Regular practice with IELTS materials. Use authentic IELTS listening materials to practice under exam conditions. Resources: official IELTS practice tests. Use materials from the British Council, IDP, or Cambridge IELTS books. Online resources. Access free practice tests and materials available on various educational websites. Example exercise: take a full IELTS listening practice test under timed conditions. After completing the test, review your answers and analyze any mistakes to understand where you need improvement. 8. Enhancing concentration and stamina. Listening for an extended period can be challenging, so building your concentration stamina is crucial. Strategies: gradual increase. Start with shorter listening exercises and gradually increase the duration. Breaks and rest. Ensure you take regular breaks to avoid fatigue during practice sessions. Example exercise: begin with 10-minute listening exercises and slowly work up to full 40-minute practice tests. Take breaks in between longer sessions to maintain focus. 9. Learn from mistakes. Analyzing your mistakes helps you understand your weaknesses and improve. Strategies. Review incorrect answers, understand why you got an answer wrong and what you missed. Track progress, keep a log of your practice scores and errors to identify patterns and focus areas. Example exercise. After each practice test, review the audio and your answers. Note down any recurring mistakes, such as missing keywords or misunderstanding numbers, and target these areas in future practice. 10. Use technology and apps. Various apps and online platforms can help you improve your listening skills interactively. Recommendations. IELTS prep apps. Many apps provide practice tests, listening exercises, and tips. Language learning apps. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Rosetta Stone offer listening practice in a structured way. Example exercise. Download an IELTS preparation app and complete a listening exercise daily. Use the feedback provided to focus on improving specific areas. Here's a detailed guide with examples on how to improve your speaking skills. 1. Fluency and coherence. Goals. Speak smoothly without unnecessary pauses or repetition. Organize your thoughts logically. Strategies. Practice speaking regularly, engage in daily conversations in English on various topics. Use linking words. Connect your ideas using words and phrases like however, moreover, on the other hand, firstly, in addition, and for example. Structured responses. Follow a clear structure: introduction, main points, and conclusion. Example, question. Describe a memorable event from your childhood. Response. One memorable event from my childhood was my 10th birthday party. Firstly, I remember my friends and family being there, which made me feel incredibly special. Moreover, we played a lot of games and enjoyed a huge chocolate cake. Lastly, my parents surprised me with a bicycle, which I had wanted for a long time. Overall, it was a fantastic day that I will never forget. 2. Lexical resource. Goals. Use a wide range of vocabulary accurately and appropriately. Use idiomatic expressions and collocations. Strategies. Learn new words daily. Use flashcards and vocabulary apps to learn and review new words. Contextual learning. Learn words in context rather than in isolation. Read articles, watch videos, and note down useful phrases. Use synonyms. Avoid repetition by using synonyms and paraphrasing. Example, question. What are the advantages of living in a big city? Response. Living in a big city has several advantages. Firstly, there is a plethora of job opportunities due to the presence of numerous multinational companies. Secondly, big cities offer a wide range of entertainment options, such as theaters, restaurants, and shopping malls. Furthermore, public transportation is usually more developed, making it easier to get around. 3. Grammatical range and accuracy. Goals. Use a variety of sentence structures accurately. Avoid grammatical errors. Strategies. Practice grammar exercises. Use grammar books and online resources to improve your understanding and usage of various tenses, clauses, and sentence structures. Complex sentences. Incorporate complex and compound sentences into your speech. Self-correction. Be aware of common mistakes and practice correcting them. Example, question. Do you think people should spend more time with their families? Response. I believe people should spend more time with their families because it strengthens relationships. For instance, Families who spend quality time together tend to have stronger emotional bonds. Additionally, sharing experiences and engaging in activities can create lasting memories and improve communication within the family. 4. Pronunciation. Goals. Speak clearly with correct pronunciation. Use proper intonation and stress. Strategies. Listen and imitate. Listen to native speakers through podcasts, movies, and TV shows, and imitate their pronunciation. Record yourself, record your speech and compare it to native speakers. Focus on improving areas where you notice differences. Practice stress and intonation. Pay attention to word stress and sentence intonation. Practice with tongue twisters and reading aloud. Example, question, what kind of music do you like? Response, I enjoy a variety of music genres, but my favorite is jazz. I love how jazz musicians play with rhythm and improvisation, creating unique and expressive performances. Listening to jazz helps me relax and unwind after a busy day. 5. Using technology and resources. Resources. IELTS speaking apps. Apps like IELTS Prep, IELTS Speaking Assistant, and others offer practice questions and tips. Language exchange platforms. Websites like Tandem, HelloTalk, and Speaky connect you with native speakers for language practice. Online tutors. Consider hiring an online tutor for personalized feedback and practice. Example exercise. Join a language exchange platform and have a weekly conversation with a native speaker. Focus on discussing different IELTS speaking topics, and ask for feedback on your fluency, vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. 6. Practicing with sample questions. Example topics. Part 1. Introduction and interview. Simple questions about yourself. What do you do? What are your hobbies? Do you prefer living in a city or the countryside? Part 2. Long-term. Speak on a given topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Describe a book you recently read. Describe a place you visited that you found interesting. Part 3. Discussion questions related to the Part 2 topic. Why do you think reading is important? How can tourism affect local communities? Example practice. Part 2 task. Describe a memorable journey you took. Preparation. Note key points, destination, purpose, activities, memorable experiences. Response. One memorable journey I took was to Kyoto, Japan. I went there to experience the cherry blossom season. During my visit, I explored ancient temples, participated in a traditional tea ceremony, and enjoyed the beautiful cherry blossoms in full bloom. The highlight of the trip was visiting the Arashiyama bamboo grove, which was incredibly serene and picturesque. 7. Getting feedback and continuous improvement. Strategies. Mock speaking tests. Take mock tests with a tutor or language partner. Feedback sessions. Get detailed feedback on your performance and work on specific areas of improvement. Continuous practice. Make speaking practice a daily habit and continuously seek opportunities to converse in English. Example exercise. Record a mock speaking test and share it with a tutor or language partner for feedback. Focus on improving one specific aspect, for example, vocabulary use, based on the feedback received. By systematically working on these areas and practicing regularly, you can enhance your speaking skills and increase your chances of achieving a 9-band score in the IELTS speaking section.